What's around, everyone? This is going to be your tarot card reading for the full moon that was in Capricorn. So the full moon in Capricorn reading is going to be about tough love, okay? Tough love. So this is going to be a tough love card, okay? So a little bit of medicine. It's not always nice, right? Especially if it's that authentic, you know, herbs and spices type medicine. You know, it could be bitter. It could just have a nasty, dull taste to it. It could be, smell could be kind of ugh about it. But just a spoonful of that, right? Cures. It solves the issue, solves the problem, you know? So this is a little bit of that, a dose of some real earth medicine, which I'm gonna just say some tough love. And we have Saturn, which is in Aquarius right now. So I know a lot of you Cappies are just like, I don't know, you don't know what to do. Like, you at this point where something's gonna have to change, something's gonna have to give. Like, you can't be so stuck in your old ways anymore. But Pluto is in Capricorn, so some things gonna have to end, you know, and that's kind of a tough love situation, you know, especially if something that you love, you know, or you like to do, or it pleases you in some way, may have to go, you know. Maybe, you know, its expiration time is almost here, or it's been up, but you want to hold on to it, kind of like how, you know, a lot of elderly people, how they keep like a lot of their canned goods, you know, and some of them keep them for years after the expiration date, you know, due to that conditioning of the Great Depression, you know. But you know, it gotta go, right? The expiration is all rusted inside and outside, and you can't even read the label anymore, and you don't even know what you open it up, but it gotta go, right? Or anything that you know that you love. It might be a broken down something, but, and you know, you try to fix it and try to get it fixed, and you looked up how to fix it and you took it to somebody how to fix it, but for some reason it's just not repairable, but you're holding on to it anyway, right? Because it's done you well in some fashion, but it has to go. So maybe some of that energy will come out in these cards, since Pluto is in Capricorn. But this is for tough love card for all signs, and this is just like a dose of medicine, right? To help you on your way to fixing or healing or curing or defending, or however, something in your life, right? And only you would know that. So the cards is just going to help bring it out. Just in case it's just you put it to the side, the cards are going to bring it out of you, okay? So let's get started on this reading. And I forgot to mention that Venus is also in Cancer, and Lilith is in Cancer, and I'm giving this reading when the Sun is in Cancer. So this is where the toughness of, you know, Capricorn, you know, Saturn, with the love, you know, and care of Venus, and of course with Lilith there, it's making it more of like, you know, a motherly figure telling you how it is, regardless of what you feel, think, want to feel, think, you know what I mean, what the world says. But if she already knows and she's trying to give you advice ahead of time, but then you don't take it, that's like on you, that's destruction on you type energy, you know what I mean? Like kick you in your behind type energy, you know. And with the Sun being in Cancer, this tough love has to be expressed, you know. It has to come out. So just wanted to add that to it. What's around Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Ascendants, and Saturns? How y'all doing? This is your full moon reading in your sign, Capricorn, okay? This is your tough love card here. So you got the 5 of Wands here. So the Five of Wands, honey, that's some fiery energy. And you know what? This water, I have a plant right next to here, and I just watered it, and the water was coming out, and it wanted to join us in this reading, okay, during this full moon reading in Capricorn. So maybe it's about to get hot in here, and the water just came to cool things down a little bit, right? So let's get this all started. So some conflict is going on, as you can see, right? So the conflict is either within yourself or it's with other people, because all five of these people could be different aspects of yourself. Maybe the person in the red there is you, and you're battling with, you know, 4 other things that are around you, you know. So it could be within yourself, or it can be, you know, in your surroundings outside of you. You understand? So whether it's competition issues, where it's that copycat issue, that I can, you know, win the race faster than you, whatever it is, you know, it's just making you come up with a lot of different conclusions and a lot of different ways to tackle it, and you know, you're using your different perspectives and analyzing the situation, feeling about this. Does this make sense? Blah blah blah. What should I do? So it's like this inner turmoil that's going on. I said inner more, and I'm saying outer. So let's go with that, right? So right now it's kind of like you're trying to navigate, you're trying to move to this destination, but on the way there, you battling some things here, you know, whether it's people, places, things, or within yourself. And it's causing a lot of tension, it's causing a lot of stress. You know, you might be going bald right now, or prematurely turning gray, or something to that magnitude. But whatever it is, you know, you're really stressing out. You might be losing your edges. Something like that. But whatever it is, you know, it's a opposition energy. It's just like, you know, every time you do something, it's like something always is knocking you down, you know, or somebody's competing with you, or you're competing with yourself, you know, because you're not even giving yourself a break. So these conflicts and stuff is making you real uncomfortable, but you have to go through them. So look at these different conflicts and situations, each individual here. Let's say if there's 4 different conflicts, right? Or 4 different people causing conflict, or 4 different inner turmoils that's going on. I look at each one individually, okay, because you can take power and control to pause the scene and actually deal with the issue that's in the polka dot, you know, shirt and whatnot. You know, learn from these disagreements, because that person in the polka dot blue and white shirt, it could be a perspective that gives you some kind of enlightenment, some kind of aha moment, where it will help you solve any other kind of conflict. So one could help the other solve the other conflict, etc. Or it could be just individually, but usually things build upon each other. They kind of flow in like a pattern, you know, even if you can't see how it connects to the other thing and that connects to that, it tends to do that, right, around your situation and circumstances. So use this, you know, be at peace with yourself, and don't be so hard on yourself, and kind of learn from these conflicts, because this is where people learn the most. When you're thrown into something, or something just happens, change just happens all of a sudden, you know, it's like, you know, they're saying change is good because it gives you a broader perspective or a different angle to the situation, and that could help. So instead of deflecting and pushing your problems on other people and your energy on other people, or just ignoring the problem, like sweeping it under the rug, you're going to have to stop avoiding and facing your issues. Otherwise, you're going to be constantly in this battle, and this can get tiresome, whether it's playful battle or whether it's like, I'm gonna knock you out battle, and I'm not gonna stop until I see blood. You know what I'm talking about? Whatever the battle might be, you know, it's gonna get tiring after a while. You know, you're gonna have to take a break after a while. So why not, you know, take a break now? Why not sit back and be like, okay, let me see, you know, how, why, there's a different way. Let me understand what this person is trying to tell me and why. You know what I mean? Maybe you have to get an outer perspective, somebody that's, you know, looking at the situation from the outside, or maybe not even know the situation, but it's just a honest opinion based on the story that you presented, you know, fairly, right? Because if it's always two sides, right, to every story, or 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 times. That's why witnesses suck. Because all the people could be there, but everybody got a different perspective of what they saw, you know what I mean, and what time it was, and all this, and what the weather was like. You're like, how are you all there at the same time? But this is what the conflict is going to help you see. And then some of y'all may have already just overcame it, and like, you know what, I just went through that, you know, and I have proven to myself that, you know, I know what to give my energy to, what not to give my energy to. I know how to deal with competition, how to deal with issues and problems, how to deal with change. And each time I deal with this, it's making me stronger, it's making me wiser. You know, you're proving to yourself that you can do it. You know, you're getting that I don't want to say tough skin, but it's kind of like that sustainability to be able to survive, you know, and prosper in different places in your life, you know, wherever you want to place that in your life, you know. So definitely, you know, sit back, have a clear perspective on things. Don't just take every diversity or every disagreement as like, oh, woe is me, or why this is happening. It's happening for a reason, you know, whether you deflected it, whether you're ignoring it, whether you putting it off. And anytime you do that, you're actually making it grow. Don't think that just because you put it off that it's just going to stay there. No, it's going to eventually grow. Just like how people say when you put like if there's a layer of dirt, if you don't clean that layer of dirt up, then it's going to be like 10 layers of dirt, and it's going to take longer for you to clean it up. So take a look at yourself, take a look at your surroundings, but definitely start within yourself. Start to release some of that tension, start to face your conflicts straight on, inner and outer, so that you can reduce the tension and solve some of this conflict. Have a wonderful day and night, Capricorn, Sun, Ascendants, and Saturns. What's around Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Ascendants, and Uranuses? This is your full moon reading for full moon in Capricorn. And look at here, this is your tough love card, and this is the 3 of Pentacles. So okay, tough love is this. You like, look, it's time for, just do it. You don't, listen, just do it. If you don't have the team that you need, the support that you need, I'm telling you, you just have to do it, okay? It's no longer, you cannot wait any longer. There is no procrastination time left, okay? Like, you gotta get moving, and you gotta get moving, like, couple years ago, but still, you know, the universe is nice, you know, sometimes, but there's some wiggle room, but you got to be serious about it and go for it, you know. That's it. Yes, is it scary? Yes, is it hard work? Yes, is it going to take some time? Yes, do you have to have patience and all that good stuff? Yes, that all has to happen. Can you give up automatically? Can you keep stopping? No. You know, I mean, you could take rest breaks. I don't want you to go nuts and be like the nutty professor or something like that. No, I want you to take rest, take your little vacations, take your staycations, take, you know, you know, time off to do what you got to do to relax your mind, and that's only going to be helpful in whatever you're trying to do, whatever you're trying to build, whatever you're trying to create, whatever you're trying to start. So you just fed up right now with everybody. You probably fed up with yourself too, right? So let's go there, because you're probably so frustrated where you're like, why did I even make this decision? Why did I put myself in this situation? Why did I get involved with these people? These people ain't helping me. These people ain't even, they're not contributing. They're not doing it. You know, you're tired of like, you know, going other people's opinions and ideas, and you know, they suck. So it's just a lot of resistance against, you know, others, you know. And you can also say others could be in yourself, you know. So you could be here up on this bench here, giving a plan and a whole speech about how this should be constructed this way, how that could be and then we should do this and that. And then you got the other two sides of you are just sitting there like, Yeah, nah, no, that's not gonna work. I think we should do it this way and that way. And then the other person is like, see, what I was thinking last night is that, we could do this, we could do that, and you just sitting there like, no, because that'll make no sense. It's gonna take too much time. It's gonna take too much money. That's a wasted energy. I got a new, unique way to do this. I know it's never been done before. For trust me, and they're like, nah, I don't think so. So you may need to renegotiate. Maybe you have set goals in like 5-year plan or a 2-month plan or a 30-day plan or a 90-day plan. Maybe you need to either extend it or maybe the type of person you are, maybe you need pressure and you want to cut it shorter, span on when you want to get these goals and these projects done. Because some people need pressure, like to say, okay, by next week, instead of saying 3 months from now, they need next week, so that way they can be on it like today. You know what I mean? Kind of putting their own little pressure on yourself, but not too much pressure, but just enough to get you to make you comfortable knowing who you are. Okay, you might need to look out for other resources, different ways to go about getting your planning done, getting your organization done, and even though you might have some disrespect going on amongst you and your crew and people, places, and things and stuff like that, people are not team players, and everybody's all over the place because nothing is like really structured, and you know what I mean, and you just feel like, what, I just got to do this all by myself because nobody's contributing, everybody's like, they're not seeing my plan, they're not seeing where I'm going, I'm gonna have to do it by myself. And you might have to. Nobody really wants to have to do everything by themselves, but sometimes when you got to get it done and you wanted to get it done right, you do have to do it. It's been proven time and time again. And trust me, once you get in that zone, okay, then the people who are supposed to gravitate and help you in these things will come. It'll be the perfect organization. They'll be on the same goals. They'll be on the same structure, the same path, or at least can help you to get there. But for right now, you might have to be like, you know what, I'm just gonna have to just figure out a way how to get this done as much as I can, or be able to write up a plan to be more organized, where if I share it with others, they'll get it, because maybe you are all over the place, and that's why people don't understand your goal, your vision, what you're trying to do, and what you're trying to share, and how you're trying to collaborate, and this, that, and the other. So you might have to go back to the drawing board, and that's okay, because it's a full moon in Capricorn. This is the perfect time to go back and reanalyze. Okay, let's come up with a different blueprint, and you may have to start off doing most of that by yourself, drawing it, constructing it, getting the paper, the pencils, buying it, all that, and making it so clear cut that you'll be able to share it with others. And then of course like-minded people will gravitate to each other, and we'll grow from there. So don't worry about it. A lot of people start off doing things on their own, and then their tribe will come. Have a wonderful day and night, Aquarius, and this is your tough love card for the full moon in Capricorn. What's around Pisces, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, and Neptune? This is your full moon reading in Capricorn, and this is your tough love card. All right, so you got the Tower card. Okay, what's going on? A little chaotic over there, huh? And let me just warn you, some water from my plant decided to stream on over into this reading here. So this tough love might be a little hot, and but the water is here to make it, make you be able to digest it and handle it a little bit better, right? So, geez, some revelations is happening during all this chaos. You now realizing, aren't you, Pisces? Pisces like, oh shoot, okay, what? Okay, yeah, so you learned a lot from all this chaos. And if you're not, you should be, okay? Because within every chaotic situation, there's a lesson to be learned, okay? So take a look, learn that lesson, so that way the situation don't happen no more, okay, Pisces? So yeah, you're going through some transformation. You got Neptune at home, hanging out, and Pisces just like all up in your delusions and imaginations, right? You just like the juice is high when it comes to delusions and imagination. But if you learn from these adversities, from this chaos, from this all these changes happening, you can awaken yourself, you know, to realize, okay, what is it that got you here in this situation, right? So don't blame nobody, because on this channel, you know, I'm not, no, at this point, it starts with it. Now, it could be somebody, yes, that you sit here watching this about, but let's take a look at you. You know, you the one attract this person to you, right? Everybody who comes into your life, you had something to do with it. Even if you never said nothing first and they said hi to you first, you attracted that person into your space, whether you know it or not. Now I'm telling you. So don't be looking at the person, the other outer things, person, places, or things as the culprit, as the meaning to your chaos. Look at yourself first as the meaning to the chaos, okay, to find out what's going on. So change is very, 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 very good, okay? So change makes you wise, you know, change gives you wisdom to decide, you know, what just happened, how did this happen, and how can this not happen again, you know, or if it's a positive thing you want to, or something that you consider to be a wonderful thing that's happening right now, how did I get here, what, you know, energy was I carrying, how was I reacting and responding to certain things. Oh, that's how I got here. This is why I met this person, because I was, you know, certain to put it all together. All right, so now you're looking to question everything, even down to your belief systems. And with Neptune and Pisces, this is going to put you in a far out place. And go there. Don't be scared to go there, because when you travel there, you're going to come out with so much knowledge. And you have Jupiter hanging out like right next to you. You have Saturn there next to you hanging out, not in Pisces, but in the other neighbor signs. But still, the energy is so powerful that, you know, they're all reacting to each other. This is how you get alignments and things, right? So you got help. You know, Saturn is going to help you, you know, say this is what is real. Even if it's a dream, is this dream possible? Can it come true? Or is it delusion? Saturn is going to help you out, figure that out. Pluto is nearby saying, you know what? Yeah, some things have to go. You know, some things have to go. Okay. And then your Neptune is like, you know, still in that dreamy, okay, maybe if I hold on to this, or maybe if I hold, or delusional, maybe if I hold, this is still going to work. Some things got to go, you know, some things have to go, like the expiration date. It's time for new. It's time for change. It's time to get adjusted to the change. It's time to learn from all the change that's going on. And don't deny, you know, because this is a growth and transformation card. People see this and be like, oh no. But with this fall, or with this abruption, comes a lot of information. It comes a new start. You can now rebuild, you know what I mean? And you have a potential to be like greater than what you thought you could be. Okay, so move forward. Use that Neptune in your sign, you know, to tap into your intuitive senses, you know, and don't minimize your capacity, is what I'm saying. Like, you can do this, you can do the work, and the better that you do the work now, you know, once fall comes around, you won't be hitting the ground hard. You know, you have a nice pillow to cushion you. You know, you, if anything, you might be falling down from a trampoline, or from you might be enjoying yourself at one of the theme parks or something like that, instead of actually having your whole life chaotic and destruction. It's like you choose to go, you know, you pay your $22.95, right? That's the good scream, fall high, right? But I'm talking about the one that you cannot control, okay, that you didn't even see coming. So handle your business, and change is good, okay? You can do this and tap into your intuition, because you know you got that juice, Pisces. Have a wonderful day and night during this full moon in Capricorn. This is for Sun, Moon, Ascendants, as well as Neptune. What's around Sun, Moon, Ascendants, and Mars and Aries? This is your full moon reading in Capricorn. And you got the Eight of Swords. And the Eight of Swords is your tough love card, okay? Because tough love, the moon in Capricorn, And the love, Venus being in Cancer, as well as Lilith. Lilith is also representing the tough love energy. And we're shining light on it with the sun in Cancer. So this is your tough love card here, okay? Aries. Now, you got Chiron there in Aries, and you got Jupiter. So, okay, listen, it is time, it's okay, to release any kind of limiting thoughts or limiting beliefs that you have, okay? So you have to go in to your dark shadow side. And the reason why I'm saying it, because you better look at the card like, how is she getting at with that? Because I seen a double card, all right, a flash before this card. So I'm just tying it all together, okay? So for those who are tarot cards, like, where is she getting that research? Well, I'm tying it all together, okay? So you're gonna have to deal with your shadow self, okay? And that's a good thing. So the blindfold over her eyes is actually great when it comes to the devil card, okay? Because basically you have to go within, and a lot of times when you go within, the best thing to do it is in the dark, okay? Eyes closed, all of that. Block out any type of external senses to go within, right? So, but you getting emotionally bent on everything that you're thinking about. Like, literally, like, you are sabotaging, overthinking, you're overthoughting, that's what I call it, you know, and it's just causing you to not be clear in what you need to do. You know, there's a lot of restriction going on. A lot of attachments going on, any type of addictions that you, or patterns that you know you do, but it doesn't serve you anymore. You know, whatever you're restricting yourself to and that you gotta release, it's time for you to release it, you know, and that's in all ways, if you get what I'm saying. Release it, all right? So basically it's making you really unhappy, okay? And you feel like you don't deserve this, you don't deserve that, you don't deserve it. But in actuality, you get exactly, you know, what you deserve. That's exactly how it's supposed to be, right? Shout out to the pilot man. Definitely. So look into yourself, you know, as why you having all these negative conflicting thoughts. Chiron, like I said, is there. So these thoughts, you need to kind of step back and see why you're thinking about them. Learn from where you got them from using that Jupiter energy, you know, kind of see. You might even have to go back, you know, to the past and see, well, why am I thinking this way? Why am I feeling this way? Maybe somebody used to tell you that all the time, and that's why. Maybe there's somebody you've been hearing you ain't shit, but like ever. So therefore, these things come into your way. Maybe you keep hearing things like, oh, you're not going to amount to nothing. Some people, first grade, kindergarten teacher told them that, third grade teacher, ninth grade teacher, and they still remember that till today, and it still affects them even if they're in their 50s or 60s. So those things are still important because they happened in your life for a reason. So your inner critic, use it not towards daggering yourself and harming yourself, but use it to understand why you are the way you are and why you're thinking this way. So some old patterns you need to be broken. So take, you know, actually just bust out of it because it's not really tight. So just release yourself for any kind of cages, any kind of withholding restrictions and things that you know that you need to release in order to become your better self. And then you can see, you know, in clarity, you would know the direction you're going. You'll know why you got yourself in this situation in the first place. So don't take the victimization role, take accountability role. You know what I mean? Be accountable for your actions, because everything that happened in your life is for a reason, and it was attracted to you for a reason, okay? And you had a big part in that attraction of all the situations and things, okay? Things that we can and cannot remember, okay? So, once again, don't play the victim. Take accountability It's time for you to release. It's time for you to let go. It's time for you to do your thing, okay? Ain't nothing wrong with thinking, but when you overthinking yourself into damnation, and damnation, then what's the point? You're using too much time and energy on the negative aspects of who you are and what you want to do in life. No, just go. It's time. Just break. You don't even need the sword. You could take 2 for your journey and whatnot, but you don't really need the swords. You got a whole castle out there. You probably got mad swords up there, all nice and polished and gold and diamond crusted, but here you out in the back lawn, woe is me and all this other kind of stuff. Just break out of the toilet paper, you know what I mean? Step on through the swords, just tell somebody, to come collect your swords, or you could just collect them and drag them back, polish them up, and be like, you know what, I'm never going to put myself in this situation again, so this is going to be a reminder about how I'm not going to put myself in this situation. You might decorate the things with toilet paper and just sit it as a little monument, and every time you look at it, you be like, you know what, I remember when I was in that puddle, that muck and that marrow of a thought process, and I was putting so much energy into negative thinking and just self-sabotaging myself, when all along, you know what I mean, I had all this around me, but I chose, I could have been at the lake over there on the other side of the house. No, I'm all up in the mud because it rained last night and I want to go put my new shoes in some mud. What's going on, Aries? No. Okay? All right. So have a wonderful day and night during this full moon in Capricorn. And once again, this is your tough love card. What's up, Sun, Moon, Ascendant? What's around for Taurus? Okay, and Venuses. What's going on, Taurus? This is your full moon reading that happened in Capricorn, and this is your tough love card, which is the Page of Pentacles. So you dragging your feet, huh? Dragging your feet. If you don't pick your feet up, okay, and go on and get that abundance, that's the end of the reading. So pick up your feet, go. All right, we're done. So yeah, you got all these ideas and all these things you want to do and blah, 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 but at the same time, you're a little worried, you know what I mean? And that worrying is cramping your style. It's cramping your walk, you know what I mean? You're putting too much weight, on your feet. Right now, you need to be light as a butterfly doing what you got to do, okay? So you want to move forward, but for some reason, you just don't trust either the process, you don't trust the way to get there, the things that you have to do to get there, or maybe you're uncomfortable with it, something like that. But sometimes you have to be, uncomfortable to get things done, you know what I mean? And usually when you're uncomfortable, but you need to do that in order to get that done, you know what I mean? In order to get to that next process, you have to go through it. You have to go through it. So Taurus, you got mad stuff going on in Taurus. You got the Mars there. You got the moon is there right now when I'm reading this card, which is the same, a sister sign to Capricorn, the full moon to Capricorn. So this energy is hitting you, Then you got Uranus there as well as the North Node. So the time is now to start that project, You have, and I told Aquarius this too, go. Yeah, go, Taurus. What else to tell you right now, okay? So, make sure you plan, make sure you structure yourself, don't lose sight, of your original inspiration, what got you sparked in the first place. Maybe you need to get like an object or something to remind you about that spark. Let's say if you want to become a teacher or something, and you want to become a teacher in whatever subject. Maybe there's, if I was a math teacher, I want to become a math teacher, maybe I'll go get like, I don't know, a ruler or a calculator or something like that, right? A graphic calculator or something. And maybe I'll use that as every time I look at it, it's like, you know what, I'm a, do this or do that, or whatever it is. Or maybe you print up like a certificate of completion of something, just a mock one, you know, on PDF, but you put that up on your vision board. So anytime you feel like you're having a hard time, you know, because you got to go up a mountain or you got to go up a molehill, you know, it's 85 degrees, but you know you got to go through it in order to get to the gold, you know, in order to get to the end of the rainbow, you know, you got to go. There's no other way around. You researched it, you looked around if there's any shortcuts you can make and whatnot, but no, you got to go through it. So definitely be open-minded, stay focused, you know, remember what made you do that in the first place, you know, what made you start this new idea. I wanted to do this. Keep that in mind. Stay curious and then trust the process, okay? So today's failures will only lead into tomorrow's success. So keep your eyes on the prize. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, and Venus. And this is your full moon and Capricorn reading. Enjoy. What's around Sun, Moon, Ascendant, and Mercury's Gemini? What's going on? This is your full moon reading in Capricorn. And this is your tough love card, okay? So you got the 9 of Wands. So you passionate about something, whether it's passionate being defensive all the goddamn time, or whether it's passionate because, you know, you are trying to achieve, you know, a goal, okay? So whatever it is, that's what you're doing, okay? So here's the thing with it, okay? This is like a test of faith for you, okay? This is it. Yes, it's a test of faith, so it's going to be work, okay? It's going to be patience. All right, Gemini, patience. Okay, good. All right, so you gotta have patience. You gotta say no to certain things. You can't do certain things that you might have to do. You gotta set boundaries for certain people, places, and things. And then you gotta muster up some strength, you know, some inner strength, some inner courage to keep going. You see, I ain't saying nobody else, okay? This is all inner work here, okay? This is not like, oh, I need this person, place, or thing to give me the courage that I need, the strength that I need, that this and no. Because if those things gone tomorrow, how are you going to continue? Exactly. So you're going to have to start dealing with the inner struggle within yourself, okay? So stop side-eyeing yourself. Stop side-eyeing your goals, your dreams, your ambitions, things that you want to do in life and accomplish and gain, and, you know, all those type of things. You know, don't drive yourself crazy, you know, because if you do, you might blow something up. You know what I mean? You might burn things down that shouldn't be burnt down. You was trying to burn a candle, but instead, since you so overwhelmingly just got this vibe of just hotness, you know what I mean? And it's like chaotic. Instead of burn the candle, you might burn everything around it, and you just like, oops. And then you're going to go into this victimization and this woe is me, and then you're going to be more defensive, and then you're going to have to struggle to get everything back that you done burnt up and just on accident. You know, so this is not the time to do that. Right now, you need to focus, and with intentional goals, start working on that one by one, even if it's taking baby steps, you know. So look into yourself to gain courage. You know, start with a positive mindset. Start with positive talking. You know, you're a Gemini, so even talk out loud to yourself and tell yourself, you know, sometimes you gotta tell yourself to shut up. Sometimes you gotta tell yourself to stop thinking about that. Sometimes you gotta tell yourself, you know what, instead of, you know, saying yes all the time, I need to say some no's a little bit more, because I'm trying to draw from my internal well in order to inspire me, you know what I mean, so I can continue to keep going on my journey full force, and I can overcome all that fear of support, fear of what people are going to talk about and say, nervous because you don't have nobody to really help you like that. You know, finishing, you know, the finish line, completing the task, completing the goals, you know, managing this, managing yourself, managing your time, managing your energy, managing your thoughts, you know what I mean? Calming yourself down where you're not having anxiety, you know, so much anxiety where you just lose your mind. And you just become paranoid, and you lashing out and deflecting on everything, and you're attacking people that don't even need to be attacked. So don't let the fear threaten you. You know what I mean? Like, face it on. Like, take charge of it. Take power and control of it, and focus on the end game. You know, what's the end game? The end game is to win. You know, win in every aspect in life, right? I'm sure you don't want to just you putting out there to be prosperous in one area. You got to look at all the areas in life for harmony. All right, so don't worry about what others are saying about you, how you look or appear to other people. Like Gemini don't really, they really don't care unless the other signs in their chart are making them care about how people feel and think about them. But pure Gemini is just like, whatever, you know, I'm just gonna be all up in this community, and you know I'm a Gemini because I stand out in this crowd here. Either through a loud laugh, or talking loud and laughing, or something, you know, Gemini, you can tell a Gemini quick, right? So I'm a Gemini, by the way. Okay, so so definitely go with your goals. Don't give up. Don't worry about it. You in the game. Put your head in the game. You know, if you watch High School Musical, get your head in the game. Gotta get your head in the game, right? You gotta get your head in the game. It is go time. Yes, you can have breaks. You can have water breaks. You can have towel breaks. You know what I mean? You can clean up the surfaces and stuff so that you don't slip and fall. You can retape, you know, your muscles. You can put some ice packs on them. You can take, take some antioxidants and boosters and stuff for your blood and all that and stuff. You can do some stretching. You can do all that. Yes, you know, you can take naps. You know, you can take breaks. I'm not saying just keep exhausting yourself, but what I'm saying, don't put too much that negative thought into you. Use it, transmute that thing, change it up, and start thinking positive about what you want to do in life. And then slowly but surely, if you stay consistent and persistent with it, Gemini, 2 words that's just like, really? Yeah, persistence and consistent. Well, Geminis can't be persistent, but things that you just, it's just too much, like, I gotta do all that to get there. You still get it done, but this is like, you're gonna be talking and complaining and probably cursing all the way through it, but still it gets done, right? But, you know, so start thinking positive. If you're around negative energy, negative people, things like that, you need to retract from that. Okay, yes, it hurts. Ouch. You might not be able to go there all the time because it's always something popping over here, or it's always some issue over here. Every time you go this place, it's just thick energy that it don't vibe with you. You just don't feel right. These things need to kind of go by the wayside. I'm not saying cut people off or nothing, but you need your space right now. And if there's people, places, and things that are close to you, you might maybe be able to say, hey, I'm just going to, you know, chill out for a couple days, because I don't care. You don't have to tell your business, because a lot of people ain't going to get it. You can just say, because I got some things that I got to do, or straighten up. It could be your house. It could be anything. Straighten up could mean anything, right? So, you know, or I gotta focus on some things. You know, you don't have to tell everybody what you're doing, because sometimes when you do that, especially if you're on a spiritual path, it just always gonna be more interruptions when you let people know that's what you're working on. It just come out the blue. Everybody just turn into the agents from the Matrix and whatnot. You're like, I thought you were my friend. No, I'm an agent now, and I'm here to destroy your plan. You know, something like that, right? So yeah, sometimes you need to just lay low on this, you know, what you're doing to help yourself grow spiritually, mentally, physically, all that good stuff, right? All right, have a wonderful day and night, Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Ascendants, and Mercury's during this full moon that we have in Capricorn. What's around Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Ascendants? This is your full moon reading that we have in Capricorn, and this is your tough love card, okay? You got the 10 of Cups, which is a beautiful card, okay, that you would like to achieve, right, Cancers? Right now, you're feeling it, right? Feeling it. You are feeling it, okay? You got... You got Lilith in Cancer. You have Venus in Cancer, and the Sun is still in Cancer. And this is about the full moon in Capricorn, just smacking you all up, right? I'm telling you. So right now, you just want peace and harmony. You know, people walk around like they're peace, love, and harmony, man. You know, peace, love, and light. You know, you just want everything to just be beautiful. You know, everything to work so harmonious and great. Everything to be in its place at the perfect time, perfect weather, perfect everything. Everything that you created is perfect. Who you sharing it with is perfect. It's just a happy ending for you. Like, you know, the whole process, nothing goes wrong, blah blah blah. But honey, everything I said, just flip it on right on to this face, right? Because everything is going wrong. You feel disconnected. No one's connecting with you. It's just like disalignment everywhere you look, especially when you're dealing with people, places, and things. It's just not aligning up to what your expectations are, what you see yourself feeling and doing and all that other kind of stuff. So you just like, you looking like I'm out, okay? I am out, okay? Lilith is all in the car, blowing her horn all loud, cursing you out, okay, during recorded messages, threatening to come in here, yank your behind out of that situation that is not as distasteful to her and you. Okay, and she already told you, okay, and then she will take off the flip-flop, and she about to go in there. She giving you about 30 more seconds to get up on out of there. That's what she's giving you, and then she's about to smack you, okay? So communicate. You're struggling, communicate honestly with yourself first, okay? Why are you feeling this way? Why do you feel disconnected with everybody? With just, it could be your job, even, you know, it could be your pet, just anything. You just feel like you know, just everything is just turned upside down, and I don't even know what to do, where to start. And this can cause a depression too, you know. Whether it's a mini depression. A mini depression is a depression. You know, a mini depression can last for 30 seconds. That's a mini depression. You know, a mini depression can last a weekend. It can last 2 weeks. It can last 3 months. You know what I mean? And it's, the longer it gets, the more the rabbit hole and the darkness gets deeper. You know, where you can't even climb your way up out of there. You know. So ain't nothing wrong with the dark, but I'm just saying, to the point where you just done lost everything, yourself, everything. Like you have no clue, you know, imagine that. So at this time, you know, the people around you, you're gonna have to figure out if it's worth rebuilding or not. And two things that you can ask yourself is if it's helping you. If it's helping you, okay, consider how you can rebuild that, you know, come at a different angle with that relationship. See it from another side, maybe. You know, if it's a relationship or a person or a situation that's harmful to you, now you gotta look at, okay, you know, maybe I need to switch up some things. Maybe that this person can't, you know, be around me, or I can't be around this situation because I'm feeling, you know, disrespectful, not understood. There's no kind of harmony. Nobody's compassionate to one another. Nobody's getting it. Nobody's on each other's level. It's just like, ugh, you know, what is this type thing? So you just know that, you know, you want to be loved. You know, you want to have equality. You want to have that perfect house and perfect life, and what I mean perfect is perfect to you, not perfect to someone else's standards. Perfect to you personally, not what other people think your life should go out to be perfect according to their, you know, story. You know, this is about your own story. So definitely look at the meanings of your relationship, the higher meanings of them and the lower meanings of them, to gain some kind of inward clarity on what you want in your life, what you don't want in your life. And what you don't want is harmful situations. Learn from them, yes, so you don't repeat them down the line, but let go, okay? Let go of them. There's nothing that doesn't fulfill you, that doesn't serve you in your purpose in life, that doesn't bring harmless energy. It just brings, you know, helpful energy, encouraging energy, welcoming energy, relatability energy, you know, doing things, you know, for your highest good. So figure out what your values are. What do you treasure? What makes you comfortable? You know, what makes you safe? What you can see that, how that could be, how that could work out, you know. So figure that out first, because if you don't know that, you know, what you hold valuable, what do you appreciate, you know, what you hold dear to your heart, you can't, and what you don't, you just need it temporarily, or it's just there for convenience or whatever, that you got to relook at all of that. All right, so look at any neglecting that you're doing to yourself, any type of neglecting that you're doing to people that you're responsible for, like kids or pets or things, and people that you want to pursue more of a progress of a relationship. Take a look at, you know, how to do that, you know, take a look at how to handle fun and how to handle work. You know, some people just work. And yes, it might be for the family, but are you really helping the family by work? Some people just like to play around and play all day, you know, and play video games and just play, but they don't get to work to make money to get more games or whatever, because they're relying on somebody else to provide all that, or they have this dream or delusion that this thing is going to happen if they continue to do that, and they're like 35 years old, you know what I mean, or even 25 years old. And it's like, okay, you have to learn how to balance it. Yes, you can play, you know. Cancers, my battery went out, my bad. But the whole bottom line is, yes, only way you're going to be able to turn everything around is to start with yourself. Align yourself first, and then people, places, and things will come along that is suitable to be able to work with you, get along with you, you know, build friendships, build new families, tribes, you know, new partnerships, businesses, you know, whatever, new neighbors, you know, all that kind of stuff, new surroundings. So, but it starts with yourself. Align with your values, and then everything will, and stick to it. You know, don't cross for no one. Stick to it, and then everything will work into your favor eventually. Have a good day and night, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Ascendants, during this full moon in Capricorn. What's around, Leo, Sun, Moon, Ascendants? This is your full moon in Capricorn reading, and this is a card about tough love. Okay, it's a tough love card for you. So you got the Queen of Wands. So in a sense, you actually got your card, you know. So, but do you have any self-confidence? Because, you know, are you faking the funk? Because here it is, you know, she got, you know, or he got, it doesn't matter, you know, all dripped in yellow, got the sunflower there, blue sky in the background, sitting on the throne, controlling things, all determined. He knows who she or he is. Okay, very independent. He likes to be entertained and likes to entertain others, you know, just floating around to place, you know, getting all the attention, getting all the compliments, all of that good stuff, right? But, you know, is your confidence there? You know, do you have self-confidence, or is it a front? You know, are you trying to be extroverted when you really feel like you need to be introverted right now, because you don't feel like you have any confidence within yourself? In some way, somehow, you feel disrespected in a lot of ways from other people. You know, you feel like other people are like looking at you in a way that you do not want them to look at you. You know, but you know, you're spewing out energy that's causing these people to look at you in these ways. You know, I always say, you know, if you have different people that don't even know each other saying the same thing to you, you know, giving you a nice dose of a mirror, okay, they shine the mirror at you, and you pop an attitude, no matter who it is, what it is, you feeling some kind of way, no matter who it is, what it is. But in actuality, you have to take a look at yourself and see, okay, so, You know, am I confident? You know, do I have confidence to take care of this, that, and the other, to do this, that, and the other? You know, can I do it? You know, who let's start with, who am I? Why am I here? You know, what do I even like to do? I mean, do I even have a favorite color? Like, why? You know, these are the things that you have to start looking at to yourself and answering these questions for yourself, because no one can tell you. However, you know, you can use your past, you know, history to look at all the good things, positive things that people had to say about you that don't even know you. You know what I mean? But they're saying, wow, this card just really like moved and curled itself up. So yeah, so definitely establish who you are. Who are you? Have a sense of self, have a strong core, you know, a strong, healthy, you know, solar plexus, you know. Let that yellow be whole and healthy, not botched in, not covering up to make it seem like, you know, it's something, you know, but it actually is something. And that starts with knowing who you are and valuing who you are. And yes, it's okay to be an introvert, to get yourself together. But once you get yourself together, now it's time to go out and test your courage. You know, just don't sit there, because being an introvert and saying, yeah, I have self-confidence, I'm self-aware, I know who I am, I respect myself, you just faking the funk, because people are going to be able to see right through it. It's 2022. It's like ain't nothing can be hidden. Even if you say stuff, people already know that something ain't right. You understand? So definitely start with yourself first, okay? And then test it out in the world. Test your courage out. Test your faith out. Test how confident you are, you know, by going out and mixing and mingling and putting yourself out there. It might be a little bit uncomfortable, but how do you know what you need to work on if you don't react to the external world? I mean, yeah, monks go away and they meditate and all that kind of stuff, and they take their way from the rest of the world. And there's not just monks, there's a lot of different, you know, groups that do stuff like that. But what's the point if you can't interact into the world? You know, we all came here for a reason, so it's not like oops, an accident. You know what I mean? So let's just get it together. You are Leo. You are supposed to shine, and don't let no one dull your shine. You know, protect your shine. You know, so while you're protecting your shine, you can be also encouraging yourself to do what you need to do, and think the way you need to think, and be who you are, no matter what anybody says to you. Because I don't think, you know, do you have any planets? Well, yeah, Mercury just came into your planet, so now it's time to communicate these things. Now it's time to think and analyze these things. When I mean communicate, you can communicate with yourself by journal writing, by note taking, by, you know, putting in or writing positive things about what, you know, what you would like to do, and how you have faith in doing it, and that it's going to get done. You know, things like that. And it's almost Leo. Actually, yeah, Leo season is coming up. So tomorrow is Leo. Well, in a couple hours, it's Leo season. So definitely it's going to start shining. All your insecurities, all this other kind of stuff is about to be seen, okay? You ain't gonna be able to hide it. Even if you try to front the front, we're gonna know that you didn't study your lines. We're gonna know you didn't practice that dance step. You can't fake it. Even though you've been able to fake it all these other type of years, you're not gonna be able to fake it now. All right, have a wonderful day and night. Leo, Sun, Moon, Ascendants during the full moon in Capricorn. What's around Sun, Moon, Ascendants, and Mercury, Virgos? This is your tarot card reading for the full moon in Capricorn. And this card is a tough love card, since we had moon in Capricorn, and we have a lot of energies in Cancer, right? And it's Cancer season. So let's get into it, right? So you got the Four of Wands over here. So something ain't right in your family, in your household, at work, you know, any type of group that you are involved in. It doesn't matter. This is like a breakdown in communication. Like, it used to be like this, but now it's not. You know, things are getting misconstrued, blown out of proportion, a lot of grambles and arguments, and just a lot of just issues, period, because this is a time for you that you are transitioning. You're going through a mini transition. And congratulations for the ones who have completed like an inner goal. You know, maybe your goal was to get more sleep, or maybe your goal is to, you know, I don't know, drink more water, or your goal is to at least do one thing that you love a day, or your goal is to lose, 5 pounds or something like that, and you have done it. And people may or may not know it, and it's none of their business whether they know it or not, but people do recognize, a change within you. And it could be because you are not doing things the way you used to do. You're not saying things. You're not going places where you used to go. Like you on this inner mission, and maybe some people feel left out or distant from you, and you haven't spoken to them in a while, and that's why it's a breakdown of communication. Because anytime you don't communicate, and you know this because you're Mercury ruled, it leaves people room to assume whatever they want to assume. And at some point, that could be good if you set up everything the way you're supposed to set up the right way. Like if a bridge was burned accidentally and now you're going to try to repair it type stuff. So, you might need to have a communication session with some of your close ones, or people that you deal with every single day. It could be a boss or anybody, to let them know where you stand. Maybe you are, looking to move, or maybe you are into working on your body, so you can't go out to eat with the regular people every week anymore because you're working on yourself. So if you go right now, you're not strong enough to say no to certain foods and to certain places and things. So while you're not strong enough, you're going to stay away from them. Now, every time you're working on yourself, there's always going to be some kind of resistance coming. That's just how it works, okay? So this is just your job to get over it, because you want to live this harmonious life. You want to have, a relationship where you can communicate with confidence, and you're not going to be judged, and you're not going to judge the other person. And it's more like relaxing, it's more like when you see each other, or when you go to that place, or when you do these certain things, it's kind of like you feel at home. It's like you feel comfortable, like this is what I love, this is what I like, this is what I want to be very familiar with. You know what I mean? The past is in the past. Now it's time to not only work on my transitions in my life for inner harmony, but by doing that, there's going to bring so much joy into me, and automatically it's just going to come out. See, that's kind of how you're going to have to think about it. So on this journey, celebrate the little milestones. It could be, maybe every week you forget to take out the trash on time, and you're always rushing to take out the trash. Maybe you've been working on, doing that a day ahead, or setting an alarm clock, and you've been doing good for like a good, month, 2 months. Celebrate that, Like I said, I gave the example of water. Celebrate yourself drinking, a whole bunch of water, and it doesn't have to be, a big deal where you have to go all out. It just could be something personal to yourself, even if it's just hugging yourself and saying good job, or you got, or yeah, you the bomb, or whatever. Talk to yourself nicely when you make these transitions and you overcome them, because transition is not hard. But in the background, you want this joy, you just want everything to be so happy, so uplifting, and so upbeat and in tempo that it just makes you want to dance like every day. You walking into the rhythm, singing my song, right? You're gonna be doing that, right? Walking in rhythm, singing your song, right? That's what you're gonna be doing, and that's what you want. You just want to whistle on Dixie, because everything is working out perfectly for you. But in order to do that, you're gonna have to roll with these transitions, learn from these transitions, and do your personal celebrations as you gain this inner peace, this inner knowing, this inner harmony within yourself. Have a good day and night. Virgo, Sun, Moon, Ascendants, and Mercuries. What's around Libra, Sun, Moon, Ascendants? This is your tarot reading for the full moon that's in Capricorn. So look what we got here, and you got the same card as one of the other signs, and I'm going to put it in the description box below so that way you can compare, because maybe one of these people in there is that other sign that's in this card, and you will get a broader picture of why you and the other zodiac sign got the same kind of card, right? Because that person may be in your life and who you're dealing with, and vice versa. So look at you, Libra. Now Libra, you a team player, okay? You initially are team players, so much so that you will team play to your self-exhaustion, okay? Like you would team play without even taking care of yourself, you know? So something new is going on. Like you are starting something new, and it looks very promising as far as what you feel and think, you know what I mean? And it's new, so it's a new idea, it's a new way of life, it's a new, you know, relationship, it's a new, but it's something new. But you see it as it's a gold mine. Like, okay, yeah, this is it. This is worth my time and my energy to put into. And you're heavily thinking about it. And you might be at a standstill. You might be a little nervous to initiate this idea, you know, this goal in mind. You might also have asked for help or have involved other people in this process that you're trying to create, and it hasn't gone so well. There's a problem with the collaboration, and that's not cool for a Libra. Like a Libra would be like, come on, like seriously, you just want things to work, and you want them to work well, and you want things to get done in a certain timeline that you want to see it, you know, be in fruition, right? You got this whole setup, this whole blueprint, and it might not, the other people might not yeah, I can't even they are not collaborating with you. They're messing up the whole situation, you know. It's not aligning with your plan, so you're feeling kind of stuck, you know. And at this point, you may have to just do it on your own. I mean, nobody wants to hear that because, you know, when you do things together, you know, as a team, things get done faster, more efficient, right? That's the whole idea of working with teams. And then you have more free time on your hands, right? You have more downtime when you work with a team. Plus you have new ideas, you have new angles and perspectives on things, all kind of stuff. So you might need to communicate, you know, with these things, these people, and be like, okay, I'm gonna have to scrap this and just, you know, start to rebuild on my own, and, you know, because it's not working out type stuff. And when you do that, because whatever you're working on, it's your baby, like you feel driven by it, you're passionate about it, you're like, it's like a goal of yours, you know, and it's an ideal of yours that you want to see happen to make reality. And people are just not on board. So to do it, just do it, start it. You don't wait for nobody. You ain't got time. Don't drag your feet. No, woe is me. How am I going to get this done? I can't do this. You can. It's going to take some sacrificing, but you can, right? And you're going to have to. This is what this card is saying. This is the tough love. You're going to have to. Otherwise, it's just not going to get done the way you want. Now, down the line, as the wheels start turning and as you start building, and, you know, you like 10 toes down, head down, and getting it on, right? People will gravitate. Opportunities will open. Things will come your way that you'll be like, wow. You know what I mean? This is exactly what I need at this exact same moment. And boom, a new collaboration, a new person, a new organization or a company to work with, a new idea, you know, just whatever, a new place that makes everything work, you know? So you can just fit it in your life however you want to. Have a good day and night, Libra, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, and Mercury during this full moon in Capricorn. This is around Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Ascendants in Pluto. This is your tarot card reading for the full moon in Capricorn energy. And we got the world card for you, Capricorn. So, yep, it looks nice. This is a wonderful card. But this is a tough love reading, okay? Since we have the moon in Capricorn, and we have Lilith in Cancer, we have the Sun in Cancer, we have Venus in Cancer. So yeah, we're gonna throw out this tough love issue. We're gonna shine some light on it. So and I've done other readings for Scorpio. Go look at the other readings. But this closure thing, all right, handling personal situations that need to end, you know, stuff that you don't need to do anymore, you know, things that you don't need to go anymore type stuff, like all that stuff that was done in the past, 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 2 years ago. It's kind of like, yeah, you know it, you feel it, okay? You feel it. With all that energy in Cancer, you are getting that energy, Scorpio, okay? Because that's like your sister sign, Cancer. So there's no going around to it. I mean, you have this dream, right? It's a very, you know, card of a dream coming true. You have it all, but you don't have it all. And you know you don't have it all. And you know you're lacking. And you know, with this wreath here, you know, it's broken. So if you was to take the wreath and cut it into pieces and pull them apart, that would kind of be your life right there. It's not, you don't feel that it's complete. So don't procrastinate. You're procrastinating. Don't procrastinate. Handle the things that are hurtful for you. Anything that is hurtful for you in this day and age is no good. You know what I mean? Yes, it had to happen. Yes, this all was gravitated to you. You know what I mean? But at this point, you know, it's time to get rid of it. And some things are harmful to us. We love, right? We're human. Those desires and stuff, right? But you know, it's time. Expiration date is here. It's time to go on your personal journey, okay? It's time to move on because you have big goals. You have big cards. This is a big card here. So you're not thinking shallow as far as your life and goals and dreams. You're thinking big, you know? And it's just easy to give up. It's easy to procrastinate. It's easy to blame and point fingers and point out situations of why. But you can take small steps. It doesn't have to be big leaps. Anytime you're dealing with a big goal, you can't expect it just to happen just like that. You have to take the necessary steps. How small, how fast, how quick, how slow, it don't matter, but just take the necessary steps. And you may have mountains and molehills to climb and all that, but there is no shortcut around it, Scorpio. You're probably going all into the deeps of the depths, trying to find ways to make things happen quickly and skip some steps and stuff like that. Sometimes in life, yeah, you could, but most of the things, especially when it comes to spirituality and things that you're supposed to be learning, you got to go right through that, okay? Because you're wasting a lot of time going up and around and taking detours, and you're never going straight to the problem, not knowing that if you go straight through, you have like a sweeter victory. You might not be able to see it, but it's going to happen. And this is what this card is. It's like a completion card. It's like you finished, like you won. You know what I mean? Dun, 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 dun. You know, and the confetti come flying down and stuff like that. So don't stress yourself out, okay? Just know that some things has to go and things has to start. New things have to start. Old things have to go, especially if it's harmful to you. And you know it's harmful to you, and you know it has to go. You got to get rid of that, so that way you can work on these goals, short-term and long-term goals, and re-energize with new energy in order for you to kind of get the motivation to get up and do what you got to do. All right? Trust me, people are not going to understand because people are people. But if you use the communication that's going on and express yourself with Mercury being in Leo, you know, you'll be able, eventually they'll be able to catch on to what you're trying to say. Have a good day and night, Leo sun. I mean, not Leo sun. I'm sorry, Scorpio sun, moon, and ascendants, and Pluto. What's around sun, moon, and ascendants? Sagittarius. This is your full moon reading. in Capricorn. Okay, and this is a tough love reading. We got the moon was in Capricorn, and we have Lilith in Cancer. Okay, she does not play around. Okay, that's Big Mama in the house. Then we have Venus there, and the sun is just shining the light all on that, right? So this is your tough card, Sagittarius, and this also goes for Jupiter's, who have Jupiter in Sagittarius. So yeah, it's just, you're feeling like unbalanced. You're just not aligned at all. Okay, it's just too much going on right now, and you pretty much know this. You're a Sagittarius, right? You know it's too much going on. This is like, you have like a higher purpose. Okay, you have this long-term vision that you need to focus on, and right now your focus is out of whack. You focusing on everything but what you need to do, but in the meantime, you know your spirit is tapping on you. Okay, so you know you can't ignore it. Okay, and you can't carry on, you know, like, oh, it's just gonna fix itself, or I'm just gonna, you know, go on and whatever. Nope, you're going to have to address what's creating the stress, what is creating this tension. You know, if it's harmful for you, it has to go. Okay, if anything is harmful, person, place, or thing, it gotta go. If it's helpful and it needs some work, then that's what you need to focus on. Or if it's helpful, it don't need to work. You just need to focus on it. That's what you need to be going to. Okay, so this is a good time during the full moon to kind of just reflect, do a real hard self-evaluation. Go look at the reading that I did, the last reading that I did on the Lilith and Moon that happened 2 weeks ago. So go check that out and compare it to this one, Sagittarius, and then you'll be able to get like a broader perspective, because you're on this spiritual journey. So internally, you're being called in a direction, you know, a spiritual direction, you know, and you may need to change up some things. You may need to change up your scheduling system. You may need to change up your job. You may need to change up, you know, your surroundings and how you live. You may need to change up your habits. You need to change up your relationships. You need to change up, and all this change is like, oh my God, but you're Sag. You can do this. Just tap into that Gemini opposite energy. Use that as a boost to help you learn to deal with change, because with all this change, and this is great for Sagittarius, you learn faster. You become more wiser when you get courage and you have faith to go on and make all these adjustments in your life, all these habits that you know need to change, so that way you can start to think clear, and now you can start to balance life a little bit better. And this is a private situation. This is personal. Like, ain't nobody can help you with this but yourself. All right, have a good day and night, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Ascendants, and Jupiter for the full moon in Capricorn.